You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast, where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 271.
271, once a villain, always a villain. I'm still Ralph Al Ghul this week.
Hey, talk about it. New listeners, please follow us on all social media. Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I am the Mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
Yeah, on Twitter, I'm JON2_ the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Oh, my man, my guy, brother. It's so good to see you in person, face to face.
Likewise, man.
In the flesh.
Right,
I love it, man. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. For the most part, I had a pretty busy weekend.
Yeah.
It is, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I actually helped somebody move at my old age. Man.
Hey.
But hey, I try to be there for people when they there. When they need it.
True.
So, I can lift the table.
Yeah.
The mattress,
hey man, look, all of the weight that you've been bench press.
I guess that's why
Come
they
on,
asked
man.
Me.
Look,
I guess that's why they asked me. But still, that hey man, that's
probably put the table on your shoulder.
That's for me to look good. I don't give a goddamn. It's a method to that. I don't want to be that guy. It's a country nigga out here strong, way stronger than me. Maybe a woman too. I don't care. Shout out to y'all.
That's a fact.
Right?
Nah, I feel.
But other than that, man, I mean. We'll get into it later, but definitely was able to check centers out.
Yes, sir.
So, we'll talk about that toward the end of the show. But other than that, man, hey, it's slow motion, bro. But what about you, man?
I'm good, man. Allergies been trying to take your boy out. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, it's different, man. Look, we're finally in the stage of, I guess, spring where we actually have consistent spring weather, even though the rain is still here.
Exactly.
But hey, man, trying to take your boy out. Trying to take your boy
I'm
out.
already know.
But I'm here though. I do want to give a shout out to one of my friends, Jerno. Just celebrated his 35th birthday.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now, seeing as how he's not originally from St. Louis. He's from the South and moved here for work. So his fiance decided that to celebrate, she wanted to take him to Six Flags because he had never been to Six Flags in St. Louis.
Oh, okay.
So we went chilling. Listen, I survived Six Flags as a 30-year-old. As a 30-year-old, look, it really wasn't bad. It wasn't a whole lot of people. Wait times for roller coasters were, let's just say, 20 minutes or less, except for one, which I didn't get on because heights and I'm cool. But overall, listen, it was a really cool and chill experience. Like, I think I like going to amusement parks that aren't packed. In my 30s, like it was lit.
Was it like during the week?
No, it was yesterday. It was Saturday. Yeah, I know, right?
Listen, God was on y'all side.
That's a fact.
I'm about to say Saturday and it's
Saturday, man.
Usually the link was like going in the middle of the week.
No, that's
during the day.
That's true. That's true. But nah, like I'm assuming because maybe the park just opened a couple weeks ago or something like that. That the masses haven't really gotten to it yet. But nah, that guy was on our side for sure.
Man, hey man,
for sure.
I have been graduated from theme parks, and that's not because I'm too cool. I've been big my whole life, so I had to kind of navigate those spaces real well.
I got you.
Imagine standing in the line, 2 hours. You don't got the easy pass. You know what I'm saying? And you get to the back, man. They gotta stuff you in there, bitch. I'm like, you know what? you know what, brother? think I enjoy it from down here, man.
But I mean, look, hey, you've been putting in a lot of work the last few years, man.
I'm out running that big boy.
Look,
you
just helped your man move. Like, you good now? If you wanted to, you could do it. That's funny.
Still out working that fat boy that was a kid. Somebody said something to me crazy when I was like 9, and I ain't let it go.
You probably beat him up now.
Probably
look,
so.
Easy too.
Probably so.
Hey, talk about it. But nah, man, it was dope. It was good. Listen, I'm realizing, and this could be off the dome. I might say that for another date, but it seems like there are a lot of things that we did as kids that that were fun. It's like it's a different type of excitement and fun as an adult.
Absolutely. That's why we prefer adults only things.
Oh, man, what? That's a fact.
It don't matter what it is. As long as it's adults only, I'm good.
Nah, that's
so
real.
Imagine all the childhood stuff you get to do plus liquor. Oh my God. Like it's amazing.
Oh, that's real. Because your boy was definitely inebriated.
Oh man, what?
Yeah. So it was lit. It was lit. But no, man. Other than that, I'm here, man. Allergies and work trying to take me out, but I ain't gonna let it.
No.
I ain't gonna let neither one.
Man. So, man, what we gonna do? Off the dome?
Off the dome.
I got one for you. I think you gonna love this.
Let's do it.
Oversaturated is one of the few platforms that has definitely merged blurred culture and hip hop together.
Facts.
We are the pioneers of this shit, no matter what the views say.
That's a fact.
All right. So, Marvel had the big series, What If?
Yeah.
I want to bring that to hip hop.
Okay.
I need I'm asking you this off the dome, so you ain't got to give me a whole, season.
Okay.
But I need one hip hop story made into a What If episode.
Dang. Ooh.
Now, if you need time,
okay,
and maybe it'll help you with your line of thinking.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I had to think about something that people are very familiar with, a very popular storyline, and a movie, something that's already kind of been adapted to screen, so it kind of be easy for somebody to follow. That's what the What If stuff is, right?
Right.
I was going to go with Eazy-E never died, if he never got AIDS.
Okay.
Because that's how pretty much Straight Outta Compton ended.
Right.
So if Eazy never dies, what does that look like animated? You know what I'm saying? Like, does he, do NWA have a real formal reunion? Obviously Dre still went to death row, but it's like, what does that look like?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like all the stuff that, Eazy kind of being the godfather, quote unquote, of gangster rap, right? At least the face of it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the one, he went to go meet with Ronald Reagan in the White House. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of stuff. So does Eazy get into acting? Does he, what does his family life look like? How can we get that into a little 25-minute animated episode?
Okay. I love that. And I do love this question. I think the low-hanging fruit here is what if Big and Pac never died? Like that's low-hanging fruit. But my thing would be, what if Russell Simmons never started Def Jam? Where would the trajectory of hip-hop gone? Like who would somebody had stepped in that place and not necessarily created Def Jam, but created a Def Jam-esque label where they had a LL Cool J like act or a Run DMC like act? Who would have been that propeller for hip hop in those early stages?
You know what? I like that. Yeah. I like that. I really do. And to kind of answer your question, I think it still would have happened. It just would have been Russell Simmons on the outside looking in. What does he look like as a regular person? You know what I'm saying? No, because
that's real. Hip
hop was bubbling in New York, rather it be with the black and browns or the Jewish. Yeah. That's how Rick Rubin and all those came into play. So it's kind of like something would have happened.
Something would have happened. It just wouldn't have not.
Yeah, it probably would have fell into the hands of more mainstream, and they probably wouldn't have known how to market it properly. So maybe hip hop doesn't look the same way, or maybe it really would have become a fad like people predicted. Maybe it wouldn't have lasted as long as it has. Exactly, because it wasn't somebody that wasn't us, wasn't controlling it per se.
And if you could really think about it, if hip hop never made it this far, pun intended, think about the influence that hip hop has had literally on the entertainment space over the last 50 years.
Entertainment, fashion,
everything. Literally everything. If hip hop didn't exist past let's just say 10 years, imagine what everything would look like right now.
I don't know, bland, mayo.
So bland. Oh my God, it would be crazy. But no, we might have to like rehash that in like a longer topic. That's fire. I like that. Okay, so for my off the dome, I pulled this off the timeline because I thought this was real interesting. So give me 2 characters from different series that would be best friends or that would be cool. So I mean, you can pick from anything, sitcom, animated, whatever.
I got you. I want to hear your answer. I'm still trying to.
I'm
trying to make sure my answer.
So my answer, I got Janine Teagues from Abbott Elementary and Sinclair James from Living Single would be the best of friends.
Okay.
I feel like they both try to help their friend groups out as much as they can, but they so quirky that they make it more awkward. Like I think they would fall in love and just be best friends forever. BFFs forever. I love it.
I like that. And I'm glad I let you answer first because I was going to go black women as well.
Okay.
But after hearing that, and I start, to think and kind of get my foot grounded in my answer, I'm going to go 2 black males, Stringer Bell and Ghost. James St. Patrick. They would be besties because they are the ones that felt like they could blend both worlds together, even though they wanted to quote unquote get out.
Right.
But you were smart over here. You getting played over there. Because James, James St. Patrick took some L's over there too.
He did.
Trying to run the clubs and became a politician.
Right.
And you're trying to do all that. You were successful right here, bro.
Right. No, I love that.
So definitely Stringer Bell and James go St. Patrick.
No, that's hard. I like that. That's dope.
Yeah.
Shout out.
But now, people, that was off the dome, man. Hey, if you're familiar with What If, give us a scenario in hip hop that you would make into a What If show.
Yep. And then what 2 characters from different series will make best friends? Let us know.
Man. OS gang, what's happening? Family and kinfolk. We got a few topics here on the OS news docket for this week, but let's start here because there's a lot of nuance in the story. Shedeur Sanders, former quarterback of the Colorado Buffaloes. That I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that one. But now drafted into the NFL to the Cleveland Browns after a historic fall. Was a projected first-round pick and now has went to the 5th round. If you're not familiar with Shedeur Sanders, he is the son of one Deion Sanders, NFL all-time great, one of the greatest athletes we've ever seen. So, Johnny.
Yes, sir.
There's been a lot of discourse, brother. What do you have to, input on this topic?
I feel like there's so many angles and ways that we can discuss this.
Yes.
I don't know, man. So first of all, let me just say with Shedeur himself, I think he clearly has the talent, everything that's needed in the NFL to go first round. Maybe not first pick. I'm not gonna say first pick, but first round for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying top 10. Yeah. Maybe, but first round for sure.
Somewhere in there.
Somewhere in the first round. Okay. All right, cool. So we got that established. I think for me personally, I think that it's been a very, very long time since the NFL has seen an individual like Shedeur. And what I mean is he is truly the son of Deion Sanders. And what I mean by that is the confidence, the charisma, everything that, let's just say, the powers that be don't like to see out of black men. And personally, I think because of that is the reason why he went so late in the draft. Like, even with some of, from what I heard or what was reported from some of his interviews with the NFL coaches and GMs and things like that, didn't particularly go the best because some of those teams Shedeur really didn't want to go to anyway. So maybe he purposefully bombed the interview or, whatever. I don't know, but that's just what's being reported. So maybe there was something behind the scenes that said, hey, even though this kid does have what it takes to play at the next level, I don't know if I want that here on my team, especially not in a first round draft pick, because being a first round draft pick comes with a lot of bells and whistles, and don't even talk about top 10 drafted. So
at least if you top 10, you damn near guaranteed at least a very, very good contract.
Oh, absolutely. And with Shedeur being picked in the 5th round, now he already had to prove himself in the NFL, but now he has to do it way more. way more. Like he even got drafted by the Cleveland Browns behind another quarterback.
That was crazy.
So even within that, there's more that he has to do to prove himself.
Yeah.
To not even be a starter, but to be a backup.
Yeah.
Which is nasty.
Which is nasty.
But here we are.
Yeah. They just didn't want to give Shedeur that look.
That's
you know what I'm saying? It's like y'all can make up all these scenarios in your head about Shedeur not being worthy and all this. And I have never seen nepotism working the other way.
Facts.
I have never seen this work in the other way before. Like, this is so disgusting. It's like, shout out to Shedeur. Shout out to the Sanders family for being very self-aware. I think he's very self-aware to the fact that he knows his capabilities as well as his limitations.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he does wear his pride on his shoulder, and that could be, they can rub people's insecurities the wrong way when you're very brash and very confident. And this is the thing. That nigga's just a fraction of what his daddy is. I'm talking about personality and athleticism.
Yeah.
Like listen, if it was Prime, oh my God. Y'all listen, Prime said this himself when I think he was doing like a coaching, like, doing the interviews as he's been doing this past few years. And they asked him how would he fare in this world when it has NIL and social media. He was like, me? Me with this? Oh man, because Prime had the news cycle in the chokehold back in the 80s.
Yeah,
when he was in college. Yeah, he was something we had never seen. Now we got his kid out here, pretty much just being at least somewhat of a spitting image. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, as far as like the personality, but I think he's still toned down. I don't think he turned up enough.
Come on, Dion.
No, Shedeur.
Oh, Shedeur got you.
Yeah, I don't think Shedeur do enough. I mean, but then again, he's been on first of all, when they was killing everybody, or at least it looked like they was killing everybody in the swag, they was just okay. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So your platform isn't that loud. Yeah. Then you go to Colorado, y'all trying to build that up. Y'all won 4 games the first year, and then, I think they got 9, this past season. Mm-hmm. So even then, the platform isn't loud enough per se. It's like if you went to the right school and then you got all this going on, oh man, we'd been out of here.
I was gonna say, imagine he went to a LSU or Alabama or some shit like that.
I would just say Miami, where the first pick Cam Ward came out. He said Miami. Oh my God. Like,
yeah. But see, okay, so that brings me to another question, right? Mm-hmm. So even with Shedeur, like you said, Shedeur isn't even a fraction, of his dad, right? When it comes to charisma and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But with that, if Shedeur is as great as everybody says he is, given that he is as charismatic as he is, wouldn't that still warrant a team to take him sooner?
Yeah. Like, I would think you want that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the thing. College, you can do all that, I guess. But when it comes to the NFL, they swear they don't want no distractions until it's proven, right, that you can bring in. You don't want to piss off this white fan base. For real. That's pretty much what they're saying. Right. Wild niggas don't come in here pissing off our good white fan base. And then when you proving yourself to be a good boy, then you can show your personality. Usually that doesn't happen from the jump.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't come in with personality. They develop personality.
So, okay. So I hear what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So what's my man? Is it Johnny Manziel I'm thinking about? Mm-hmm. Because it seems like he was the same type of individual that Shedeur is when he got drafted. So why was it that he was drafted where he was?
Well, Johnny Manziel is a Heisman Trophy winner. That's one. You know what I'm saying? Like, Johnny Football is that nigga in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. It was no like, I get those comparisons. Like, we try to make it to like, him or Baker Mayfield, like these white boys that came in with all this brash and bravado and his lip. All right, it's still a double standard for that. But at the same time, they were better in college. You know what I'm saying? So it's even like there's still something to definitely back up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't see, like, Shedeur can probably have great stats or like a good completion percentage, but what them highlights look like? We can pull up some Johnny Football highlights.
Okay.
We can pull up some Baker Mayfield. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's levels to it. And I still think Shedeur should have went first round. Because all the time, like, we don't watch all these people. Now, granted, Shedeur has had a big target on his back since high school.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Then he went to Jet State. Then he followed his daddy. He followed his daddy wherever he went. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's like a, they think that Prime will kind of get into the media cycle of this team too. So maybe that's something that they wanted to kind of step on too.
Yeah.
But like there has never been a drop that nasty before. And that's the thing. And I'm just really tired of these whites hating that bad. Like I ain't know y'all hated them that bad.
Hey, man.
Like they hate Shedeur. And that's that's kind of weird.
Well,
it's a difference between like I hate him and he might go to a team and be good, but it's just like, nah, this is vitriol. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I do, but the hate intensifies when it's a black person, not even just a man or a woman. When it's a black person that exudes what he does,
yeah,
it's always turned up to 1,000. When whenever we go out of our own way to show you that we are who we think we are and who we are, yeah, that knob is all the way at the top.
He's unapologetically himself.
Yes,
and then I'm like,
they hate that.
This the thing. Shiloh more like his damn daddy. Shiloh's the problem.
I guess he's not as in the media as Shedeur is. Or maybe they don't highlight him enough. I don't know.
Shiloh benefits from nepotism a little bit more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at least Shedeur, I think Shedeur is a competent quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't seen nothing with Shiloh. Yeah, Shiloh went undrafted. He's an undrafted free agent. And those things are still great. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's not me, talking crazy like that. But no, Shiloh. Shedeur is actually, and Shiloh knows that about his brother. Like, they don't hate on each other.
Right.
It's y'all. Like, this is really y'all, man. But I'm happy that he did get picked up in the 5th round. I'm just here for the I Told You So tour.
Look,
I am front row for the I Told You So tour.
Look, I already told you. I think I talked about it here. I get nothing but pure joy out of saying I told you so. I can't wait.
Listen, I don't know what the I Told You So go look like. I ain't gonna sit here and say he go win championships and all that. I just want him to get in the league and be competent. Facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a very competent starter. If he gets to like franchise quarterback territory, that's even better.
Facts.
That proves a lot of people wrong. But if he get like an MVP or something, I know that's, we can't predict MVPs off of, rookies. Like, we don't do that. I knew from the pit, Patrick Mahomes is going to be shut up. No, you didn't. Nobody knew that.
Nobody knew that.
Like
dweeb. But
right, exactly. So no, I'm happy for the Sanders family because this continues to further on the legacy, man.
No, big facts.
And that's what we're here for.
Big facts. So we'll listen. The season will be here before we know it.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. And also shout out to 2 former East St. Louis Flyers that got drafted. Luther Burden the third and Dominic Luther went to Chicago and Dominic went to Detroit. Both wide receivers. So shout out to them.
Shout out to them, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But Hall of Famer.
It's nasty.
NFL Hall of Famer. Shannon Sharpe, Big Unc Shay is in hot water. He's been involved in a Tony Busby lawsuit, I might add. It seems like an extortion attempt in the amount of $50 million. He was involved with a 19-year-old woman, or at least that's when time they met. The age at the time. There's still an age of consent, but doesn't necessarily look good. A lot of internet fodder, a lot of text messages, a lot of elite audio recordings that come out. Johnny, with all the information that you do know about Uncle Shannon Sharpe, what do you have to say now?
I don't understand why these people are so horny. I don't know. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Listen, man. Shannon Sharpe is almost 60 years old.
Yeah. He has grown kids.
Shannon Sharpe is one of the greatest football players to ever grace the field.
Yep.
Shannon Sharpe has seemingly garnered an amazing second career.
Talk about it.
Second broadcasting career. I'm not only ESPN, because I think he started at Fox, right?
He started on no, because he had to start somewhere to even
get the Fox.
To get the Fox.
Okay, so
I want to say it was like NFL on like CBS or something like that.
Got you.
Just
listen. He got to the point where he is sitting next to Stephen A. And we know what Stephen A is in this space, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, Club Shay Shay has been going stupid, has been going crazy with all the tremendous interviews that he's done. He's even grown as an interviewer.
Yeah.
We've seen it with our own eyes.
Yeah.
And also his nightcap joint.
Yeah.
Not to mention all of the endorsements, advertisers, everything that he's been encompassed in the last, let's just say 5 years.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. It's been great to see.
Yeah.
Like it's been great. Why? With all of that success, would you throw it away on this little white girl?
Mm-hmm.
I do not understand. Shannon Sharpe, before all the media broadcasts and stuff, I would assume had his pick of the litter. All races, ethnicities, whatever, had his pick. So to throw it all away, not only just for even entertaining a 19-year-old, but the exchanges back and forth that we both read and heard with said individual, I do not understand. He can't be that horny. He can't be.
Yeah, well, he's been promoting them bro pills. So he probably is on it.
Golly, like what?
But I mean, yeah, he did. This
is Unc. It's hella aunties out there that want you, bro.
The empire is starting to crumble over a white woman, like you said, and we have seen this plenty of times.
So many times.
The most recent, example of that is the Sinners, movies. But we'll talk about that.
Hey.
But with everything that we know now, it's not. Like you said, it just looks crazy. Like I don't, it
don't make sense.
It don't make sense. For you to be someone that we kind of, I wouldn't say look up to, but you know what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to get to the point where you said like it's pretty much a second career.
Yeah.
Football players are only seen one way, Bruce. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
And then if you play, quarterback, they'll probably give you an ounce of intelligence.
Yeah.
But he played tight end, a more rumble tumble type of position, right?
Mm-hmm.
You catch the ball, you run into people, you blocking, like you know what I'm saying. You're doing like a lot of heavy lifting,
right?
So for you to get out here and change your public image, because not to say I don't think people ever looked at Shannon Sharpe as a bad player or a dirty player or anything like that, but to change your image just to sit here and say like, oh, that's and all the things that he's been able to do, he's been able to defeat a lot of stereotypes with still kind of perpetrating them, but he stood in his blackness, and that's one thing that I definitely enjoyed about him.
For sure.
In the most whitest of spaces, and we'll get to that conversation a bit later too. But you were able to build this, it's seemingly a multi-million-dollar empire now. You know what I'm saying? He's probably getting more money off of his journalism career than he actually did playing the damn game.
What?
And I love that.
Yes.
And I love that. And yes, I don't think I wanted to know this much.
No, not at all.
It's like it's first the IG Live situation, and it's always been a thing. And now the 19-year-old girl that's down there putting you in pedophile lane, bro. Like it's like, man, you can get any grown ass woman to do what you want, white, black, Latino, whatever your pick of the litter is.
Wherever you want to go to.
Yeah, but it's like the 19-year-old is nasty. It's so disgusting, bro. And I can't make excuses for it. Like I won't try or attempt to, because we have killed other people for those type of decisions.
Oh yeah, for sure.
On this platform. So it's like, Jesus Christ. I know.
The fall from grace is about to be so swift. Like he already said that he's temporarily stepping away from ESPN. Mm-hmm. ESPN is never letting him back.
You think so?
I don't think he ever coming back. I don't. Especially excuse me. Especially since there is an additional accuser now. Oh, yeah. It's not just one now. There are, at least from what I saw, there are two. Mm-hmm. Two in total. But with the same thing. And look, we try not to kink shame up here, but it's nasty. It's all nasty. I don't want to get into it because it was nasty. Yeah. Like but the
race play is crazy.
I can't fathom.
Race play is crazy.
I can't fathom. And then listen, race play is nasty. But with the 19-year-old makes it worse. It makes it worse. I really try to comprehend and understand. But I can't justify any of this, honestly. Like I don't know. And I'm confused because I don't know. I'm upset the fact that I know about this situation and I'm trying to justify. Like it's like a big ball here. I just don't know.
Well, we can clearly get into like how does this affect Nightcap and Club Shay Shay? I don't think it really does, to be honest.
The only way I can see it affecting is that he loses like the partnerships, right?
Like, okay, that's
the only thing I can see.
And I guess he should tread lightly with what interviews and certain content that he puts out, just kind of moving forward. But because it's like he's on thin ice.
Mm-hmm.
And if it really is a sexual assault involved, SA or however you say it, it's just gonna make the situation worse.
Yeah.
Because it's like, what it will say, you're still 30 and 19.
It sounds good, but it looks bad. Yes,
like God,
it's crazy.
I know.
And another layer of this, which look, the internet sleuths, they gonna always pull up some receipts, right? Apparently, this. So again, this is all alleged, even though we've seen the messages and heard anyway. But they pull up the clip from Monique when she was telling Shannon to stay away from the white girls.
It's 3 different instances, right? It's 3 different instances. The best and the most talked about Club Shay Shay interview, which is Cat Williams.
Yes,
he alluded to it. Monique straight up said it
out loud,
and then he clowned Donnell Rollins for the age gap between him and his baby mama.
Yeah,
talking about hey, you like him young, huh? Those are his words. That is crazy. That is insane. But it's like I want to psychoanalyze Unc for a second, right?
Yeah,
he is a country boy from backwood Georgia somewhere, right? Went to a HBCU, and it's like all that time you talk about your black grandmother, but you probably from one of them very, very, very segregated ass towns.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
So he probably has a white girl kink that he just can't shake. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no way you would think somebody that amasses all that money, wealth, and fame would still have those types of things that they kind of have to work through. And usually, and the only reason I'm saying this is because I've met people like this before.
Okay,
like, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But, and it's kind of like you from this particular, and you kind of got an affinity for what they told you couldn't have.
So, first of all,
that's probably where the race play comes into it too.
And that explanation makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is, for Shannon to almost be 60 years old, has traveled the world, has been, has done and seen things that a lot of people in America probably won't get a chance to, because of access and resources and all that.
Yeah.
So when you get exposed to just what the world has to offer, you don't think his mindset changed or should have changed?
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
No, man. You know how it is with childhood traumas. They never really heal, bro, until you really seek that type of help or, whatever it needs.
Lord have mercy.
But speaking of childhood traumas, Kanye, Amari West is in the news once again. And we don't make light of sexual assault. We don't make light of molestation. We don't make light of incest. However, he did come out to admitting that he was, I don't know if the word molested is correct, but he did say he had a relationship with his cousin, blood cousin, that he performed, fellatio on him from the ages of 8 to like 14. He openly admitted that while promoting a song. Wow, I put that out there too. The song is called Cousins. So Johnny, 2 questions. What do you think about this, and did you listen to the song?
I did not listen to the song.
Okay.
Now I did hear a clip of the song, but I didn't listen to the entire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to. My initial reaction is I want to say it all makes sense, but I don't know if I can say that because I don't know. I just first of all, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's true. If it is true, I mean, that's kind of crazy, and I think help needs to be sought out for said thing, because I would imagine that with Kanye being as old as he is, maybe that's a traumatic experience, even though he was the one, I guess, doing the molesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird scenario.
Yeah.
Right? He described it as if they were looking at nasty magazines or naughty magazines, and they performed what they saw.
Yeah.
So I don't know who's doing it to who. You know, I'm not trying to make a joke about it. Like these situations can happen, and they are quite unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
But I looked at it as, nigga, you want sympathy, and you're not getting it from me. Because everything you've done thus far has been for attention. That's why I couldn't see it for this. Like, I wasn't even trying to take this serious.
I got you.
Like,
I got you. I got you.
It's like, nah, that ain't it. And it's like, that's cool that, you know what I'm saying, you admitted to it, and maybe somebody, you know, I'm really trying to find a silver lining when I say this. It's just like, I hope that he admitting that helps someone else on their journey, and maybe helps him free himself because he put it out there.
Yeah.
But nigga, you have made 13 albums, maybe 14. You know what I'm saying? Collab albums, everything. You done did it, all kind of stuff. You had guest verses. You could have put this out there. You could have had a memoir. Like, right. I said it wrong.
but I knew what you were saying.
Yeah.
I was letting you cook.
Memoir.
I was letting you
it's
cook.
Like, my dude, like, you said that in a tweet, and then you released some bullshit song right after that. I'm good. Like, I'm really good.
Do you understand how messed up Kanye West has to be for something as serious as molestation?
Mm-hmm.
For him to have done all the antics that he's done, and then come out to say this, for us to be like, you know what? First of all, I don't know if it's true.
Yeah.
And if it is, it's like, you're just really looking for sympathy.
It is,
but he really brought this on himself. Like, all the antics really is negating the seriousness of what this really is, if true. And that's insane.
And the fact that we got to say here, if true, because you would hope that somebody that comes out and says something like that, which could be ultimately damaging to your image.
Absolutely.
You would think, hey man, maybe, you would think you would kind of have your words better if this wasn't.
How much messed up stuff can you do for molestation to not even be high on the list of messed up things that you've done? That's crazy.
But it's like, I think Kanye literally has the worst meltdown that we've ever seen of anybody, period. Now it's kind of like he's separated himself. He is the GOAT
of meltdowns.
He is the GOAT of meltdowns, because I seen a video of him kind of going off about something. He was like, man, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. Shit, I want to go see my mom. I was like, hey, yo, brother.
Wow.
Like, he was really talking like that. And I was like, Kanye, what are you talking? Like,
that's crazy.
And this is somebody's former husband, or still, I don't know if he's still married to Bianca.
I have no idea.
I hope she has gotten away from him.
That's a fact.
Those kids never need to see him. And it's so funny. We hear about conservatorships?
Yeah.
Those things, whatever.
Well, Britney Spears was
yeah. Now, why the fuck ain't nobody put him on one? God damn, shit.
Make too much money, I guess.
I get that.
Well, no, that's the thing. I guess they should have done. I don't know if it's gonna be messed up, but they should have done it when he was, I guess, in a vulnerable state in his career. But now, Kanye, his career is too long. He's done too much and made too much money to be put in one. Like, he would have to sign. He would have to sign over that. Like, he would have to sign that.
I trust North more than I trust him. I trust his oldest to make sound decisions for him, because I don't know who's around him. Yeah. Like, I don't know how you allow. Fuck that. I don't know. You let your boss say whatever. It is what it is. Your friend.
Yeah.
Crash out like that. Say all these crazy things. Some things that may, be coherent. Some things may not. But as your friend, I can't let you do that. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but at what point, as the friend, do you have to distance yourself when said things continue to happen and they get worse and worse?
Everybody has cut off ties with him. I don't see not one person standing with Kanye.
Not a one.
Not even his kids. Like, that is so crazy.
It is crazy. But I mean, I really do hate to say this, but at this point, Kanye really is too far gone. Like, what do we do? Like,
we can't do anything.
There's nothing that can be done.
Yeah.
Literally. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Very unfortunate. Speaking of unfortunate news, Lil Wayne has announced The Carter 6 is coming. He even gave us a little album artwork to work with. This album will be coming out sometime in June. Johnny, are you excited for Dwayne Michael Carter to be dropping his 6th edition of the Carter?
Bro, why is that unfortunate?
You know why. You know why it is.
Listen, man. No, I'm not excited. I'm not.
That's why it's unfortunate.
I'm not excited, but am I going to listen? Absolutely. Just for the culture, of course. And what the Carter series is. Of course I'm going to listen.
The Carter's mostly business.
Well, hey.
Well, hold on. No, it's not. Hold on. 2 and 3, I respect actually 1 and 2 for real. 3, y'all tried to put too much gas on it. I think, like, you know how we say albums are classic because of the moment when they drop in the actual music? The Carter 3 falls into that category.
I absolutely agree.
Carter,
listen, he was on a hell of a run right before that album.
Before that album. So it's like when it came out, it was like, oh, it sold 1 million a week. It got the Grammys. I was like, but the songs, my boy, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I ain't hating. I'm just,
Yeah. No, I got you.
And then Carter 4, it's like Blueprint 3. When you get like the commercial sense of it.
Yeah, but
you actually like Carter 4? It's like it's a lot of singles on there.
It is.
And then like maybe it's
that's where 6 foot 7 foot is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Damn. Because again, I really like Blueprint 3, but I don't know if I put Carter 4 on the same. Well,
it's in the category.
It is.
It's commercial. It's you got John 6 with Rick Ross. You got 6 foot 7 foot with Corey Guns. I think How to Love is a single.
Oh, that's
and then not to mention She Will with Drake.
Nah, okay.
Like the singles. Like,
I got you.
He even got a song with Bruno Mars. He got the Mirror Joint.
Nope. Yes, all right. Nope. Yes. Y'all, you got me. You got me.
He cooking commercially.
Damn, even more commercial than 3.
Man,
and 3 was commercial. All right, nope.
See, like 4 is just all right. And then 5, ooh.
We don't gotta mention it. We don't gotta mention it.
So why am I excited for this?
Damn, because if
we going off, listen, forget all the I am not a human beings and all them shits.
The Carter as a series.
We just gotta focus on the Carter series.
Has increasingly declined.
Like exactly. I think 1 was a very strong effort. 2 is the best one. 3 is the one everybody seems to enjoy. 4 has a lot going on with it. 5 we don't discuss.
Damn.
And now I'm supposed to be happy for the 6th one.
See, this is where Y equals MX plus B happen. Because like it's just a down slope. It's a downward slope. It's a downward slope. So damn. All right. Well,
I know we tried. But when it dropped, I'm gonna listen.
Right.
But I ain't that happy. I ain't that excited. It's like I wish Lil Wayne could get into his Nas bag. And when I say Nas bag, I mean like where he falls back in love with rap. Yeah. After where it feels like your prime is already left you.
Mm-hmm.
Because ain't too many of our goats go keep doing that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Eminem is he does it, I think, a little bit more. At least putting out quality projects. I think Jay wanted the money. I think Jay always said that too. So I'm not gonna cape for my man, but I think it's always been clear.
Mm-hmm.
So don't come back out here. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious.
But hey man, let's get out of here, man. Blurred topic, Blurred 7. We got a few. We go try and run through this first. But The Last of Us is back.
Bike. Yeah, man.
Oh man.
Just get to it.
Hey,
get
man,
right
fuck
to
all
it.
that.
Get
man.
right to it.
I'm on Abby line, nigga. I don't care. I do not care that it happened in the game. Fuck all that. You killed Joel is up. When I see that actress in real life, we're having a conversation, bro. What are you talking about? Johnny sent me that clip. I was like, I don't give a fuck about that clip, man. She killed my dude.
See, this is the thing. First of all, I knew Joel was gonna die.
Yeah,
I knew he was gonna die in the season. I did not expect it to happen in episode 2. I was thinking 3 or 4, maybe. Definitely not 2. But I'm rolling, bro. I seen the clip. I seen the video game clip side by side. I had to send it to Ralph. Just for show purposes. Ralph wasn't on it. He wasn't trying to hear it. None of that.
Care. It's up.
Hey,
and you're not gonna make me sympathize with her either. Fuck out of here. I don't care you killed your daddy.
I was just gonna say.
I don't care.
Is it because of the way she did it, or like?
Yeah, it was the way she did it. She's annoying.
She's
annoying.
But look, hey, when you got one goal, and that's your life's goal until it's done.
She was literally gonna get all her friends killed to get her dad, like, avenge your daddy. Like, hey, he wasn't our daddy. Like, we just here. You know what I'm saying? Like, they try to make us sympathize with the Fireflies. Fireflies ain't nobody, man. Y'all the wild ones. You know what I'm saying?
That's so funny. But so okay, I digress. But even with that, right? Even with Joel dying, I think it was great because the death hit harder because of the way that he was being treated by what's my girl name? Ellie. By Ellie the entire episode. Yeah. Now, we don't know why she was acting like this, but she was not trying to hear nothing from Joel the entire episode, which I was a little confused because I didn't know if she knew about what happened at the end of season 1 or not.
Well, I think it's been a time jump, obviously. Yeah, and I think they just didn't, it was going to get implied. And I thought that, and the reason why that hurts to watch, because I knew that there was some reconciliation that needed to happen. Absolutely. And I knew that it was getting ready to happen. Yeah. And then maybe it's kind of like, that's how life is. It's so unfortunate. You get that stuff gets snatched away from you. So it's like, like I was like, they could at least have to talk. Maybe I'd have been okay with this, but they ain't get a chance to fix the shit. No, it's up for her forever. And what's so funny, man? Shout out to Max, man. Shout out to Max because they are diabolical. So everybody has been talking about this Last of Us episode 2, right? Where Joel died, and it took a lot of the air out of people. Like when you invested in the show and something like randomly happens like that, you like, oh my God. So why did Max make a playlist of all their hit shows across decades where a major character dies? They made literally a 10-piece. Oh, damn. I'm talking about everything from Boardwalk Empire to The Wire to The Sopranos to
that's crazy.
To The Last of Us, Game of Thrones. All of them is in this one playlist. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
That's crazy. I gotta go look for
like
that.
The episode where Omar gets shot in The Wire. It's right there. The episode where they got Stringer Bell. It's right there. I know you haven't seen Game of Thrones, but the episode where they killed the Red Wedding,
there,
man, what?
Oh yeah,
I was like, oh, y'all cooking.
That's fine.
I was like, I'm not watching neither. Like I was traumatized the first time I seen any of those.
Yeah.
So,
but see, I think it's okay. I guess tangent, but shout out to Max because when you have decades of hits, like you can do stuff like that, and the fact whoever thought to do that needs a raise.
Oh yeah,
they need a raise immediately.
Whatever intern came up with that or AI, I don't know, but that was lit.
Yeah, man, that's fire.
That was fire.
That's what's up, man. Look, hey,
but no, I'm here, man. I'm invested in the show, man. But still, it's up for Abby. I don't care about none of that. I don't care you killed your daddy. He ain't have enough airtime for me to care.
Man, what episode? And not even that long. Like he might have had 10 minutes.
Like,
if that.
I don't think he really got a chance to talk. We didn't see her daddy face, did we? He was
in
a medical smock. Oh no,
medical smock. I love it. I love it. Hey man, look, I didn't expect him to die in episode 2, but that means the remainder of the season
it's go time
is
now.
Ellie and Joe's brother and everybody on Abby ass.
I know, and I see. You know what? Now it makes sense. Pedro, he was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and take this little HBO check, but I got Marvel. I got some other stuff over here. I gotta wait.
That's a fact. Because he in another movie this year too.
He in like a Star Wars Mandalorian.
That's what it is. Yeah. Jesus. Oh, that's crazy.
And then if you ever watch Game of
Big
Thrones,
Payday,
he got took out nasty in there too. It's like Pedro. Anytime you getting something, you dying, bro. Let's have a conversation, bro.
This needs to not be foreshadowing for the MCU. Okay,
I don't think so. His character too. Now, all right, you might have the same feeling I feel right now if they get Reed Richards out.
Man, what again? Like every the second time.
That's Kevin Feige. Hey, fuck all that. I'm making no action. I'm on Kevin Feige.
All right.
Talking to you, bro. Hey man, let's get out of here real quick. Hey man, Sinners recap, man. Finally, a week later, man. 2 weeks later now. The Ryan Coogler directed film starring Michael B. Jordan and a slew of other people, man. Johnny, We both seen this movie today. We just randomly saw it. Man, what do you have to say about this film, bro?
Listen, man, I thoroughly enjoyed this film.
Yeah.
One of the few films, honestly, of the last, I'm gonna say 10 years that I've seen in theaters that's not comic book related.
Yeah.
So one, it's already refreshing.
Okay.
Two, for it to be excuse me, for it to be an original property, like original from start to finish story. Shout out to Ryan Coogler because I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Captivating the entire way through. Like, I mean, I didn't feel bored at all throughout this entire movie. There were no dead spots. All of the actors and actresses did amazing.
Everybody showed up to work.
Man, what shout out to Michael B. Jordan for playing the dual roles and the twins. Like, man, I can't say enough good things about this movie. Bro. Amazing.
Oh man, this, like, I'm pretty much go piggyback or echo what you've been saying, bro. One of the few non-comic book related films I've seen in the theaters, and I was thoroughly impressed by.
Yes.
Because usually, I don't know, our expectation levels are different for certain films. A good story. The pacing of the film was really good. Michael B. Jordan actually having a duality, still being Michael B. Jordan, but I liked it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, he got us there.
Yeah.
But those other actors and actresses, you know, like they do. I'm not gonna say heavy lifting because I'm not gonna shit on Michael B. Jordan like that, but I think that they did a good job of captivating what that was. But now you brought us to the, to the film or to the movies to see everybody else, because honestly, the story really centers around Miles, right? I mean, young Sam.
Yep.
His real life name is Miles.
I got it.
But, I mean, he's an actual blues artist, or actual artist, actually singer.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah.
I seen that.
So now it makes sense. I was like, okay, and then it was like his first
role.
So for him to have been there and be in the room with being on camera with all these great actors and actresses, and he's holding his own,
for sure.
Man,
shout out to him.
Shout out to them, man. But Johnny, so clearly, man, now we can get into, like, I guess the plot of it, man. Highs of the film. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think, like, was just like great points of the film for you?
Well, I think the underlying theme of the entire movie was music, and how music throughout generations, music throughout cultures is the universal language, right? Music is a universal language that brings us all together. But on the other side of that, it also invites those evil spirits if you don't treat it right. Right. So I love that aspect of the film, and especially when Sammy started playing in the juke joint, and when he was singing his original song about his dad, but how him singing that song actually opened up the dimension or whatever, whatever that was. So it was all the different cultures and the eras of music, in the same place with the fire in the background. That was super fire to me. That was so fire. That was like my greatest like high point of the film, because just seeing the imagery, right? Because you go from Sammy playing his guitar to like a Bootsy Collins lookalike. You got the ancient Africans doing their joint with the feet, like the old footwork joint. You get geishas and Chinese geishas in there doing their thing. You get there's a Misty Copeland lookalike doing ballet. It's so many different cultures and genres of dance and music at the same time,
and
like
hip hop too, like
and hip hop.
He made sure he bridged it from blues all the way to country.
Absolutely.
At least, when the movie ended, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was a good. Now I picked that up because it was like it didn't go too far.
Right.
It stayed like break dancing and stuff like that, and then you seen like the DJ kind of had the rope chain and stuff. It was very distinct.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, bro. I like to give flowers to Michael B. Jordan, man. Like, he played two characters, and it didn't feel like, I felt like you got two twins. Like, you felt like you got a duality.
Exactly.
And what I enjoyed, they didn't have too much camera time together. Because once it established who they were and how they moved and all that, okay, I need good one to go over here, and I need the feisty one to go this way. You know what I'm saying? And then we meet back up at Club Juke later.
Facts.
So I enjoyed that. Like you said, the musical aspect. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about that. I was kind of conflicted on that one scene, but no, I mean, like, I just had to sit with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now it makes sense. Like, I was like, man, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, what we doing? What's going on here? Like, but I mean, it all made sense because of all the cultures that were blended there, mostly black, and then a few Asians that were there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I listen, I love attention to detail, like the period piece, man. I was like, hey, they probably shot this on Tyler Perry Studios, but shout out to Ryan and his cameras.
Made it look good.
Made it look good. Because I mean, they down there. I mean, Delroy Lindo acting his ass off. I forgot our girl name, but she been in the multiverse. And, man. Shout out.
No, she went crazy. She went crazy.
Shout out to Haley Steinfeld for playing a biracial woman.
Man, what?
Like, shit.
It did a great job.
Man,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
And shout out.
She said my mother's daddy was black. I said, excuse me. It might be real. I don't know.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? And then shout out to the villain, I guess. You know, the Irish vampire. Like this shit. Like, when I said people was cooking,
every role.
Listen, the acting was on point.
You know, the one thing that I also really like about this film, the entire film only spanned 24 hours.
That was the one
I
thing.
I loved that.
Once it established, like, was it Sam, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The preacher boy.
When the preacher boy, when it established that preacher boy, you know, kind of came from wherever he came from, and he survived the night. Let's see how we got there.
Yes.
I was like, damn.
That's
well,
right.
Okay, we know he survived.
Yep.
How does everybody not make it?
Exactly.
And listen, bro. It's so many ways you can talk more about this film, bro. But I just think from a one watch, I am really, really enjoying it. It was very refreshing because for one, it kind of, this film is almost like the same as seeing Get Out for the first time.
Oh, that's a fact.
It's not scary. It's not scary at all. Like the vampires are just doing their thing in the background for real. For real. I never felt scared, like jump scare type. You know, it was more so a thriller. Like it was like a thrill.
True. Even though women are funny. I'm sorry. I was in the theater full of black women. Shout out to black women. But it's just funny because there were some parts that I guess could have been jump scares where they were all like, "Oh," I was just like, it was funny. That's all. I just wanted to laugh.
Yeah.
Now, we gotta ask just because we here.
Yeah.
Are there any, I guess, downsides to the film for you, or anything that kind of missed the mark?
2 after credit scenes. and you can say that's a nitpick. You know what I'm saying? Like the first one could have just been the ending of the film.
I absolutely said the same thing. I said the same thing.
It's like y'all just wanted to cut to something else. And then the second one is like definitely on some Marvel, like, you know, who was listening to him play that? You know, who did he look at? Like, and that's kind of like, I guess that's what they're supposed to allude to. But I mean, if I find anything, it's really like a flaw. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because even then, it's just like all this stuff is coded, it's double layered, it's messages, you know, it's all that stuff. All that stuff is very, very cultural and very sensitive to us as African Americans.
For sure.
Knowing the things that we had to go through. I like the twins' backstory. Like, I like.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like,
that would be a fire prequel series.
Just trying to get into that because, like, clearly they was running shit when they was down there in Clarksdale. And then both of them went to the war. And then you go to Chicago and work for Capone and you become one of his guys, or, you know, he was the fact that the Italian mob was letting y'all do that stuff up in Chicago. And he said Chicago ain't nothing but Mississippi with skyscrapers. I was like, we know that to this day. But, But and then they come back and reestablish themselves just for one night.
The name of the Smokestack Twins,
still
from however long they had been going, still rang bells because just them hearing the name brought fear to them. Like it was dope.
And one thing about like films where it's like the audience has to be included in on the backstory. I like when I don't have any questions and like I feel like all my questions were answered.
Gotcha.
Just watching the film. I don't like. It's cool if we get to see a prequel or something like that just being done, but I kind of got a clear understanding of what happened before, and it wasn't like ABC 1, 2, 3,
right?
But it was definitely like a good writing effort, and that's one thing I think I enjoyed. I mean, even more.
Got you. I got 2 things.
What you think?
One, the Native Americans that were chasing the vampire, like. Where did they come? How did they know he was a vampire? Where did they come from? Like, that's the one thing that was just like, that's random.
I think the natives weren't fucking with him because he tried to come to them on the same tip that he did with the blacks.
Mhm.
Hey, you know they ain't gonna really respect you. You know that, right? You know what I'm saying? You might as well get down with us, my boy. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and turn you out. You know what I'm saying? You come be down with the army. You know what I'm saying? I'm the leader though.
But
The white man still got to lead the army of the dead. So I think that's what it was, because they was like, we know what this is,
right.
And then natives are just as spiritual and being in tune with those things and ancestors as we are.
Oh, for sure.
So they knew something went right.
Mm-hmm.
Just how our girl, who's like the spiritual sensei of the film, kind of giving you that, oh no, why would you ask to come in?
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, so stuff like that. And I think the nuance was there enough for you to kind of grasp that, because everybody plays a character into this. But I will say this, right? If you want to call it low light, it's because I've seen this done in other films before.
Mm.
Have you ever seen the movie Legion before? Where my guy that played Vision, Paul Bettany, he played the Angel Michael. It's a movie with Tyrese. It's like maybe 2006, 2007. Long story short, same concept as far as, and they had to survive the night with some like flesh-eating zombies outside. And they used tactics to kind of get into the psyche of those that were standing there waiting, because they needed one person to come out. So it's the same thing, right? They were coming after Sam. They didn't want nobody but Sam. We could just throw Sam out there and save us.
And been cool.
But that was the same thing with Legion. Legion was like, it was a baby that was going to be born that was supposed to do something with the Antichrist or something like that. So God sent a lot of angels to come, and they infested people, and they surrounded people in this diner, and they had to survive the night.
Interesting.
And only one person survived at the end, I think.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Yeah, Legion is it's not like the best film ever, but I'm not stamping. It's like one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah.
I watch it quite often. So to see that plot pretty much be rehashed, and this ain't the first time something has been rehashed, but there's very unique and very original content for sinners.
Right.
But if you're just talking about like the gist,
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, and that's a
just minute point. Minute. But the other thing, you want to know who kicking themselves for not being in this film? Jonathan Majors. This movie got Jonathan Majors written all over it.
Consider he just like that right now.
That's what I'm saying. Jonathan Majors is plucked right out of 1932.
Yeah, he did. Oh man, he could have.
Man, Jonathan Majors would have went crazy. And I'm not even saying he needed Michael B. Jordan. He didn't need anybody's role in the film. They could have just made a role for him to be in this movie.
Yeah, the fact that they had twins, but the fact that he said, "No, that's my cousin."
Right?
It could have been. It could have been. Jonathan Majors could have been the cousin.
Right? Like it's crazy.
Nah, I enjoyed the twin aspect, because it's just like the smokestack twins. It's just, it was dope in how Smoke let Stack live.
Right.
That was a complete twist. I was like,
so yeah, I 100% agree. But then also the fact that Stack stuck to his word by not even messing with Sammy the entire time, I thought was also dope.
That's dope too. And then thinking about, like, because Smoke was the one that actually said, "I'll kill you if you do this."
Yeah.
So Stack didn't have no problem with Stack. Stack was the one that encouraged him to play the blues in the first place. Yeah. So I can't see, but I guess for the idea of Stack turning him into a vampire, he's like, no, let him live his life.
Yeah.
So
fire, man.
No, this movie is really good.
Hey, man, I'll watch it again when it come on stream.
Oh yeah, easily. So Johnny, it's time to rate, bro. Out of 5.
Hey, man, this off the first watch. Again, I feel like this is as perfect as a movie as you can get. So, but again, it's real hard to give 5.
Like, I just seen it today. I
just
seen it today. I did not watch any breakdown.
Right? No, nothing.
I don't know nothing, because I've been ducking and dodging reviews and just internet fodder for the past 2 weeks, and it's been so hard.
Facts. But off the one watch, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I think I'm giving a 4.75. It's up there, bro.
It's up there. No, it's up there. Like, I don't know what people's hate is on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've been hating on Ryan. They've been hating on the whole thing. I was like, hey, the business behind it should be the reason that you want to support it, right?
For sure.
He owns the film. He owns the rights, and he gets it back in like 25 years or something like that. He gets a cut of the box office. All that great stuff.
All of it is,
for something that's uniquely for us.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But I'm saying all that to say I'm buying time because I'm trying not to go too. I'm gonna say 4.5 for sure. Yeah. 4.5. Like it's a really like I will watch it again today. Like I don't really.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if I want to run back a film immediately, like I felt great leaving the movie theater.
Yeah.
And most films don't give you that. Like they don't.
They don't. And look, it's not many more movies I'm going to see in theaters this year. Mm-hmm. But I feel pretty confident saying this is probably a top 5 movie of 2025. Like I feel confident in saying that.
Oh yeah, bro. But man, we gotta get past July, man. There's a lot of movies coming out in July. We'll be here to discuss that. You know what I'm saying, when it happens. But yeah, I'm just talking about like the, obviously the superhero stuff. But I think Mission Impossible come out in July.
Mission Impossible out in May.
Oh, come on, May.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Well, Jurassic Park come out in July.
Yeah.
That's a lot, bro.
It is. It is.
That's a lot, bro. I'm not going to Jurassic Park, but I'm just saying, like, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
No, I'm off the Jurassic Park train, bro. It's cooked out here.
That's funny as hell.
But clearly, we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
Listen, if you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long.
Yes, sir.
Hit that comment section and let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today. Mm-hmm. Hit that like button. Yep. Hit that subscribe button. Ding. And hit that notification bell.
Oh, damn, the bell was the thing.
But it's fine. We'll catch y'all next week. Hey man, we back in the studio, baby. So if you're on audio, you know what time it is.
Oh, it's Song of the Week.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.